Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And coming down the back stretch, good time to check out the new power rankings. Taking a look at New York, they're stuck in the same spot, still outside the top three.
And you know, the Celtics, they're just taking it one game at a time, dismantling each opponent along the way as they were predicted to do.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Knicks, Anunoby out there with Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Towns, and it's Brunson in at the point. Well, Doris, this is a game, including you and I, that everyone had circled on their calendar. So, that being said, how do you see it being played out?
Have two excellent teams. The talent is there. The coaching is there. There's so much at stake when two good teams square off. Make it anyone's call tonight, because I don't know exactly who's going to come out on top.
Now White, after the missed three from Karl Anthony Towns. White finds Tatum. Driving the lane, and it's Jalen Brunson with the rebound. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Porzingis with the block. Anunoby against Holiday. Inside, Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Drew Holiday, an absolute technician in pick-and-roll action, makes the right read.
Pass to Hart. Back to Bridges. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Rebound, Boston. Just a tremendous run right now for them. 12 straight wins.
You have to give a ton of credit to not only the coaching staff for having their group prepared to play nightly, but also a ton of credit to these players who have been solid with their rotations, who've been committed to both ends of the floor. Their depth has been apparent. This is a formidable team right now.
Bridges shot. Good.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
And the first one drops. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Anunoby outside. 6 to shoot. Bridges inside the three-point line. It's good from the top of the key.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here is Holiday. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game.
Add that to the repertoire of moves on the interior. KP doing work.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Here they are, fans. Put your hands together for your Knicks City Dancers.
switch here. Robinson's checked in. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Jason Tatum.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
Now, here's Bridges. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Holiday looking over the floor. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, just way too many turnovers in that one. If you can't protect the ball, you can't expect to win.
That's exactly right. Miscues drive a coach crazy. You're giving them more opportunities than you're giving yourself, and that's always problematic.
Now, here's Brown. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Brown outside. Porzingis with a screen on Robinson. And it's Brown missing. Knicks trail by 4. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Dorsey plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
So it's the Celtics now, after New York gets the 3. Up top, Tatum, defended by Towns. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Pass to Brunson. Outside, Towns. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Boston is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Brown against Hart. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, good things happen for this team when Jaylen Brown gets into the paint. So efficient inside.
Here's Brunson. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Tatum on the wing. Defended by Towns. Beyond the arc. And it's Jason Tatum with a 3. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Celtics up by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Mitchell Robinson out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Payne at the point. They're the group New York will start the second with. To the inside. Robinson with the block.
Well, this is the special aspect of Mitchell Robinson. That rim protection, that ability to send it back. Look out.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 6. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
Here's Pritchard. 8 points his last outing. And Keita gets it to go. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
And here is Tatum. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Washington. Down low, stolen by Robinson. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Achua kicks to Bain. New York moving the ball around. Pass to Achua. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Achua's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Second quarter play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Pritchard. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
3-point goal.
Pritchard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
It's time for test. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. Next. Look at those moves. Let's see it.
For the Knicks, Anthony Towns checked in for Precious Achua. OG Anunoby comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. Here's Robinson. Scoreless thus far. Holiday against Brunson. And the Knicks miss again. Celtics leading by 6. And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
White, wide open. He fires. Misses the three. For New York, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Bridges shot. Good.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hop to score inside. Nicely done.
Brown with a screen on Town. Here's Tatum. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And it's Towns missing. The Celtics with the lead. White against Bridges. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Brown. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. Drills the three-pointer. And now it's a 9-point Boston lead.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've really gotten better as the game's gone on.
Let's remember this is 6'8" with some hops. OG Anunoby with the dunk.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Let's go, New York. Put your hands together for your next setback spot. Get loud, fans. On the court, it's your hype squad. The loudest section gets t-shirts launched their way. Let me hear you.
Checked in for Robinson. And the Celtics also making a change. Horford's checked in. .104 left in the first half. Holiday with it. Porzingis with a screen on Brunson. Holiday finds Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight. Knicks trail by 9. Bridges outside. White against Hart. Pass to Bridges. It's up a 3. And it's White with the rebound.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Porzingis with the ball. And the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Brunson against Holiday. And it's Brunson missing. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Tibbs. Going against a high-powered offense like this, I know you have your work cut out for you at the defensive end.
Yeah, you know, they're tough to guard. They put a lot of pressure on you. You can't make body position mistakes. We got to make sure we try to make them work for the points.
We'll see if you can be more effective in the second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
Greetings, folks. We're at the half, and Porzingis has been going off in this one. Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every team in the league, so I'd like to ask him first, Ernest.
Well, everybody wanted me, Kenny. Don't be jealous. I say L.A. is way up there. You know, because you're always home. Especially during the 3P days. It was very, very hot there.
Yeah, you kind of set yourself up for that one, Jeff.
I know.
And moving over to the first half of our game, guys, what has gotten into Porzingis?
We're seeing Porzingis at his best. Great shooter, great touch on the jumper, and he's imposed his will tonight, using that length very well.
KP duty. Mopping up the floor. I forget it. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
On the court for the Celtics, Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Brown in at the small forward. Towns, the pass to Brunson. Hart with a screen on Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Good work there as it goes. Brunson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I think in today's NBA, you've got to be a 3-level scorer. The midi is good for Jalen Brunson.
Porzingis with a screen on Hart. Tatum finds Porzingis. The kick out to Holiday. Here's the 3. Knicks with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Towns, the pass to Hart. Towns against Porzingis. Here's Hart. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Knicks ball.
While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting teams. Number 1, the Celtics.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Time to get loud for your Knicks record and crew.
The numbers here for Drew Holiday. His last 10 games, he's averaging 8 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
Here's Hart. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. 5 on the clock. Towns sets the pick for Hart. From the high post, it's rebounded by Porzingis.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Brown with the screen on Bridges. And here's Porzingis for a three. Missed for the first time this game. He's 5 for 6. Knicks trail by 11. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. Towns looking around to the inside. Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Wow, Mikal showing off a bit of verticality on that finish.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla.
Boston.
He wants to talk to his guys.
And make some noise for your Knicks sitting answer.
Robinson's checked in for New York. Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Bridges. Lob pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Robinson. Now, here's Bridges. He's guarded closer.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Holiday. Porzingis can't hit. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
The first free throw is good.
You have to admire the growth of Jaylen Brown. He comes in as an attacking athlete. He's now a better passer, and he absolutely is a knockdown three-point shooter.
No good on the second free throw. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. look for New York. Achua, he's checked in for Towns. And Miles McBride subbed in for Josh Hart.
Precious Achua, Miles McBride.
In the pass to Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson knows who he is. A vertical spacer. What a pretty dunk.
28.
Outside Holiday. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. Robinson with the block. Now McBride. Nothing on the board.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game. And so it's New York with it. 6-point game. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here's Pritchard. Tatum a screen. Oh, Tatum in position. And stolen by Achua. Now here's Brunson. Jacks up a 3. The sweet lefty stroke of Jalen Brunson. And Tatum launches it from deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Celtics lead by 3. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Payne. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's McBride in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Celtics leading by 3. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Cada. Count it.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Robinson up top. And here is Anunoby. Lays it up and banks it in.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
38-35.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Tatum kicks to Horford. Towns with the steal. Here's McBride. Rebound Boston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Horford. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's McBride, guarded by Tatum. Anunoby outside. Payne with a screen for Anunoby. 6 to shoot. And Anunoby slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately.
Let's go! Attention fans, now on the court is your fight squad. Get loud and let them hear it.
for New York. Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. See if they can pull it off. Guys?
Thank you, David. Tatum a screen. And Holiday kicks to Tatum. Over Hart. Tatum's shot is off. New York trailing. On the wing, Anunoby to take the lead. Hart, no good. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Round with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Fades and shoots. And it comes off the front of the rim. For New York, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Puts it up from 12. Good on the jump shot. Brunson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Knicks.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Well, the Celtics shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. And here's Tatum for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
3 points.
Holiday's got his 6th assist on the night.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
2 minutes remaining.
Brunson against Holiday. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
Outside Holiday. Here's Porzingis. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Embrace the spotlight, KP. Delivery in a big moment for Porzingis.
Holiday against Brunson. And it's White with the rebound. White's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Tatum a screen. Holiday the pass to Tatum. Inside, Tatum automatic.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands. Yes, sir.
Brunson with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Porzingis with the block. Brown deciding where to go with it. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Hart. In the corner, it's Bridges. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Here's Boston now. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Jalen Brunson, 2nd personal foul.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared.
Feel that rhythm, fans. Here's your Knicks breaker dance move.
Tries a three off the inbound. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And here is Brown. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Inside, Porzingis, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on town.
This is the thing about Kristaps Porzingis. He has both size and skill, a high percentage play right there.
2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
New York calls timeout. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Round of applause to your Knicks City Dancer.
Knocked loose, taken away by Holiday. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. Finished off the break. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And the Celtics with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Jaylen Brown.
So we see Boston get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Kristaps, you got it going early tonight. What got you into that rhythm early?
You know, just from the beginning, being focused, knocking down the first couple of shots, you're starting to feel good, and you just keep going.
Well, you had the flow tonight, man, and it led to the win. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
英雄。